Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Kev's Defender Project. Now today we're going to tackle a problem that's been getting slowly worse over the last couple of weeks. I think I've got an idea what it is. Basically what happens is when I'm driving along, I have to kind of saw at the wheel a little bit to keep the car going straight. It feels like something's loose underneath. Now, Land Rovers, or Defenders, 90s, whatever, have something called a Panhard rod. Now this is a rod, a fixed piece of metal that bolts the chassis on one end and the axle on the other end, and it prevents lateral movement. So basically it stops the axle moving left and right relative to the rest of the car. So when you're steering, the axle stays in place and the wheels turn where you want to go. Now if the bushes are shot, then as I turn the wheel, the axle's going to move sideways instead of the front wheels, so that's going to affect the steering. So I think I know what it is. Let's go and have a look. As I move the steering wheel backwards and forwards, the end of the Panhard rod is moving in the mounting arm. This isn't right, this is where the problem is. So we're going to need to take the Panhard rod out. It's obvious where the bolt is at this end because we've just been looking at it. But the other one's hidden away at the other end, just underneath here, next to the trailing arm. Takes a bit of persuasion to get it out, but we can do that. On the other end, just wiggle it a little bit and it should come free. So now we've got the Panhard rod off, we can take a look. We've given it a bit of a wipe down. We'll just have a look at the bushes. Now this one here is the one that was attached to the axle. And as you can see, it's not too bad, it's just a little bit old, but it's not in too bad a condition. Contrasting with the one that was on the other end. So if we look at that, you can see this is why it was being able to wobble about when we looked at it earlier. The rubber's completely shot on this side, and I can actually really easily just push the inner tube out with my finger. So obviously that one's going to need replacing, but we might as well do them in pairs. They come as a pair in the pack, and here's my Bearmac replacement poly bushes. So we're using polyurethane bushes this time. Now I'm going to need to push these out. I've got a 10-ton press, but if you want to do a bit of bush mechanicking, you can just do it with a vise and a hammer, but I wouldn't recommend that. What you will need though is a 21mm socket or piece of tubing, because that fits exactly over the outer tube, so we can use that to push the bushes out, and then we'll have a look at how the new one's going to go in. So the old bushes are out now, so let's take a look at the new ones. They come as 3 parts basically. There's the actual bush itself, there's the inner tube, that's the bit that goes around the bolt, obviously, like so. And also it comes with this high performance bushing lubricant. Now that's important to stop things rubbing and fraying like the other ones did. So essentially what we need to do is snap the pack open. We then put some on the outside of the bush, we'll press that in to the housing, and then we'll put some more lubricant on the outside of the inner tube, and then we'll press that in as well, kind of like that. So I'm going to go and do that. So I found a little issue here where, because it's the bush is kind of bendy, it's nigh on impossible to get it to go in straight. So part of the lip will go in and then the rest of it will just kind of bend over. So I found a little trick is to get part of the lip to go in and then use a small screwdriver while there's still pressure on it from the press to push the rest of the lip in through the opening like this. And then once you've got the lip in all the way around, then you put the bushing lubricant on, and then you finish pressing it in. And then for the inner tube, once you've got a little bit of pressure on from the press to hold it in place, then that's a good time to put the bushing lubricant on before you finish pushing it, pressing it all the way in. Well, both bushes are in, as you can see. There's one there and one there. So very happy with that. It's fairly straightforward once I figured out that little trick with the poly bushes. So all I need to do now is go put this back on, take it for a test drive. I won't run you through me bolting things up again. I think I've done that on plenty of videos, so I'll save you that and come back after I've done the test drive. Well, I've just taken it for a test drive and I'm happy to say it's loads better. There's no soaring backwards and forwards trying to keep the car in a straight line. The steering feels really positive, so I'm dead happy. Plus, that's fixed one of the MOT failures I had this morning. I've only got one left to do. Thanks for watching. If you like what I do, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and join me again next time when I'll be doing something else fun.